Hello and welcome to Kaizen, the careers podcast for St Clair's School. In today's episode, we're diving deep, literally, into one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in the country, the Grain to Tilbury Tunnel. This £230 million, 2.2 kilometre cable tunnel runs directly under the River Thames and marks the largest overhaul of the UK's electricity network in generations. Set to go live in 2025, it is a key part of the national grid's drive to future-proof the country's energy infrastructure. We're excited to welcome members of the project team into our school today as they work with a group of Year 9 and 10 female students to encourage and inspire them to consider a future in STEM careers. For engaging activities and direct conversations with industry professionals, these students are getting a valuable look into what's possible in the world of science, technology, engineering and maths. We're thrilled to be joined by the Deputy Project Director, who will not only give us a behind-the-scenes look at the engineering logistical challenges of such a massive undertaking, but also share how the project is helping to create new pathways into STEM for young people across the UK. So I would like to invite our special guest, John, to this programme today. And John, if you could start off by just giving us a little bit of an overview of the project and what's involved.
The project is to replace an existing 1960s cable tunnel that goes under the Thames between Tilbury and Gravesend. As part of the National Grid Great Grid upgrade, it's been identified that needs to be enlarged to take a higher power demand across the Thames, and so we're installing that for National Grid. The tunnel itself is 4 metre in diameter, it's 2.2 kilometres long, and it's linked by shafts at either end. The shafts are 15 metres in diameter and about 40 metres deep, and they're being excavated with a new innovation in the civil engineering industry, which is called a vertical shaft sinking machine. It's been used once before in the country on a mining project, but here in Tilbury we're going to be using it for a civil engineering project, and it also is going to be the largest diameter that's ever been constructed using that machine at 15 metres. And then the same repeated exactly at Gravesend. And once we've completed that, which will take us to the end of next year, we then install the cables. And these are not the cables that go in your house. These are big power cables that take 400 volts. And they'll be running through the tunnel. We have 6 sets of cables that run in the tunnel. And they'll be installed in 2027, commissioned in 2028, and then the project goes live onto the grid in 2029.
Brilliant, thank you. And so today you've come into school and you're working with a group of our female students to encourage them into looking into a career in STEM. And part of the project today is naming the boring machine that's going to bore out the tunnel. Could you tell us a little bit about that competition and the schools that we're working with there?
Yeah, so tunnel boring machines are traditionally named after women. What we look for with these competitions is engagement with some schools and getting people excited about civil engineering. We're very lucky in this country that we have a huge level of expertise, and we want to maintain that and get the people that are doing GCSEs and A-levels now really enthusiastic about civil engineering and engineering careers generally. The naming of the TBM, we look for people that have been influential in the local area, important to the people that are naming it. So competitions generally run with schools. We've had some great names in previous competitions, and so we're reaching out here to see if we can get some really good names from the school, see what we get from the teams that are putting slides together for us now.
Perfect. And in terms of the winners, would there be some kind of prize? What is the reward for our students if they are lucky enough to name the boring machine?
So we have a launch event. It's usually very well attended and makes it onto local media, if not national media. And there'll be attendance from quite a few people to that. Usually, as I said, it goes out on the news as well. So there'll be visits to the site to engage in that and hopefully continuing engagement with the project. We're very local, being down in the Tilbury docks, so easy to get to. National Grid like to engage with schools regularly, and so continuing visits onto the project, and then hopefully some nice reward to the team that actually come up with the best name as well.
That's great. From our perspective in school, we've seen a real push in areas of interest really for construction and engineering, and lots of our students want to go into those areas. Have you got any tips or any information that you would like to share with our students that could guide them in the right direction for a career in engineering or construction?
Yeah, of course. you don't necessarily need to go the A-level and degree route or university route. A vocational route is very good. I did an HND myself and have ended up quite well placed within the construction industry. So apprenticeships, great routes at the moment, but getting the GCSEs, the core GCSEs, are really important to start that journey, and having some enthusiasm, looking to understand what you want to do. And there's so many different job roles within construction, civil engineering, and engineering as a whole entity as well.
That's great. Well, thank you very much for your time. For our listeners, if you are interested in what you've heard today, I will post some links onto the school website and onto our Facebook pages as well, so you can do a bit more research into the company. But John, thank you very much for your time. It's been a great day, and thank you for coming in.
Brilliant. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.